Hey, Alex here. I'm a lawyer at Connect Family Law in Kelowna, and I have with me my colleague Sarah Northwood, and we're here to talk about time. And in particular, how long does it take for a divorce case to get from beginning to end? So Sarah, we need an answer from you, and we're going to hold you to it. So fire away.
I don't know if I can give one.
Okay, that's very disappointing, but carry on.
It's always a difficult question that we get early on in a file, but the reality is that there's so many things that affect the timeline of your separation. It can be the readiness of the other party to engage. It can be the number of issues that you have to address, how much property you have, whether there's contentious issues around parenting. And in some cases, it might be that you're going to have ongoing involvement depending on the co-parenting relationship that you have with the other party.
Is there anything you can think of that in your experiences really prolongs these kinds of cases?
One thing is when people aren't forthcoming with information. So in some cases, people think that it'll benefit them if they hold back financial information or wait to disclose it until they're ordered by the court to do so. This kind of undermines their own position. Inevitably, they're going to have to disclose that information, and instead of getting it done quickly, they're not just prolonging the amount of time that they're going to have to be dealing with the courts, but also undermining their relationship with the other person.
Totally, and in so many cases, the smoke that's caused by that non-disclosure is worse than if they had just been proactive about disclosing things in the first place. I think that's a great answer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about for you?
I think picking fights where fights don't need to be picked is often one that can really balloon the cost and difficulty of a file. Any time that we engage with any particular adversarial position in a file, it tends to make the file that much more complicated. Mm-hmm. So before picking a new fight, it's important to weigh the cost benefits of doing so. Oftentimes it's totally worth doing, but sometimes you might think, if our position in this respect is successful, we're going to get, an extra $5,000. It may not be worth spending 2 years and $30,000 in legal fees on that. So I think, a big tip is to try and be pragmatic about what issues are going to be pursued.
And maybe recognize when you're coming from an emotional place as well.
100%. Yeah.